Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Monday, the 24th of January 2022. The Guardian Sudoku this morning is, I say this morning, it's not, it's well into the afternoon here in Thailand. 8.5 hours, was published 8.5 hours beyond its normal schedule, 8.5 hours late, in other words, today. That means I'm going to dispense with the news comments. Some of you will be happy about that, I know. And just get on and explain the game. Now, of course, it's Monday. That means it's beginner's day. And so I shall be explaining the rules in some detail. Not that there's a lot to explain about the actual rules of the game. It's about how we find the numbers. Oh, look, there's a large group of numbers down here in this column. And you'll see that we have 5, 3, 4, 7, 2. And if you look elsewhere, you'll see numbers ranging between 1 and 9. And that's because this kind of puzzle, our Sudoku puzzle, asks us to place the digits 1 to 9 in each of these columns, rows across like that, and then within these boxes as well that I'll probably call blocks. Okay. And so that's all you really need to know to understand how to play it, the rules of the game, I should say. What you need to know now is how do we find the answers? How do we know what to place where? First thing is, please don't guess. We don't need to guess in this game, and if you guess, you'll come a cropper in the long term. So let's just say, let's look at this block here. I'll say block, it means this box of 9 squares, 3 by 3. We've got 8 and 7. We need all the other numbers, 1 to 6 and 9, to fit into these squares here. You'll see some of them intersect from various places outside, and that means they can't be in that location. What do I mean? Well, this 5 blocks down this column, right? So therefore this square and this square are banned from being a 5. And this 5 blocks up here. So these 3 squares are banned from being a 5 also. So if 5 cannot appear in these 2 squares and or these 3 squares, we're left with only 2 choices up here. But if you look across here in this row, you'll see 5 already exists in this row, and because of that, it cannot be placed. We cannot place another 5 here. That means there is only one square that is not affected by intersecting 5s, and it's that there. And that's how we go about finding our answers. Right? Okay. Alright, let's do this because I see something useful coming ahead. 4 blocking down here and 4 blocking up here. So this square cannot be a 4. These 2 squares cannot be 4. So 4 must be in that square there. Now this 9 blocks down these 2 squares, you agree? So if it's not here and not here, where is it? Yeah, of course, there's only one square left. So we know that the 9 must be placed in that square there. This 7, we still need a 7 for this block. We still need numbers 1 and 7 to complete this block. This 7 here stops this square being 7, so we know that the 7 must fit here. And now we only need a digit 1 to complete this block. Now we have every number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Now we can look down this column here and see which numbers we need to complete the column. And if we look carefully, we'll find it's 2 and 3. We don't have a 2 or 3. We have everything else. We've got a 1, no 2 or 3. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we've got to put the 2 and 3 into these 2 empty squares, right? This square and this square. Now, can the 3 go in this square? When we look across, we quickly see very close by there's a 3 that says no. 3 says no. So 3 will go here and 2 will be in that square to complete the column. Now we'll take the 2 that we just filled in and say it blocks across this row here, and this 2 blocks across this row here. So that square there must also be a 2. Okay, something else we can do. Let's look at this row across like this. Now, we have quite a few numbers already. We have 5 numbers, but we've got 4 empty squares here. But I want to consider digit 2. Now, do we have digit 2? Because we just put in a couple of 2's, and sometimes that's useful, right? Do we have a digit 2 in this row here? No, not yet. We just got these numbers, right? So there's no digit 2. So we need a 2, and it must fit in one of these squares. Now, if you look above at the grid, at the columns above, and I think you'll quickly see that this 2 stops this square from being a 2, this 2 stops this square from being a 2, and this 2 that we just filled in stops that. So no, 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 yes, 2 must appear in that square there because we need it for this row. Okay, so that's a technique that you can often use. Let's do the same thing in the same row, and this time concentrate on digit 7 because we don't have a 7 yet, right? We've got 2, 5, 8, 6, 4, 9. We don't have a 7. So have a look, and by now I think you should have seen it. Okay then, so 7 blocks down here, 7 blocks down here, so no and no, so we know then that the 7 must fit there. There are 2 digits left to fill in this row here. The missing numbers are 1 and 3. We don't have a 1 and 3, we've got everything else. No 1, 2, no 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 and 3 must fit into these 2 squares here. Now I think you're ahead of me, aren't you? Got it already? Well done. 3 blocks this square, so 3 is here, and 1 must fit into that square there. Now look at this column down here. Do we have a digit 6? Answer, no, we don't. So look at this 6 here. This 6 blocks every other square in this block from becoming a 6, in this box from becoming a 6. So no 6 can appear here or here or here or here or here. So 6 cannot be here or here. So then we have limited it to just this square only. So we know that the 6 must appear in that square there, right? And we see what's missing down here. If we count through, we'll find it's 8 and 9. Those are the numbers that we don't yet have in this column that must fit into the last 2 squares, 8 and 9. Right, I'll give you 1 second. That's long enough. You've seen it now, haven't you? This 8 blocking this square, so 8 must fit into here, and 9 must fit there. Okay, this row here, does it have a 7? Answer, no. That's why I'm telling you, of course, to notice it. So have a look, and where will the 7 go in that row? Have you got it yet? Right, 7 blocks both of these squares because 7 blocks every square in the same block. So it can't go here, can't go here, and therefore the 7 must fit into that square there. We still need a 3 in this block here. We have a 3 blocking up this column and a 3 blocking across this row. So no, no, we know that the 3 must fit into that square there. Okay, this row here, do we have an 8? No, we don't. What can we see? We can see an 8 down here. Did you notice it? The 8 down here blocks this square here. So we know that 8 must fit there. Now the only number that we need to complete this row is a 6. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 must be in that square there. Missing numbers from this column are 1 and 2. Do you see what I see? I'm talking about looking at the grid. Of course, you don't see what I see my room, you don't. This one blocks this square here, 1 goes there, 2 goes there. I haven't had my afternoon coffee yet. It's quite late. I've had lunch. I've been swimming, had afternoon food, done work, done all kinds of things today, but haven't had my afternoon coffee yet. And I'm quite in the mood for that now, I think. So let's get on and play this game, shall we? Right, this 4 blocks this square. We don't yet have a 4 in this block here, so 4 must appear there. Now the only number we need to complete that block is a 1. Okay. Do we have a 4 in this block yet? Answer, no we don't. So let's see what we can do. We've got a 4 up here that blocks all the way down, so these three squares are eliminated, and we have a 4 along the east, pulling back across to the middle, blocking these squares here, so we know that a 4 fits there. Now how about 1 in this block here? Not yet, no. The 1 that we've just put in a moment ago blocks down here, and so we know 1 fits there. We'll take that 1 and we'll say that it blocks across this row, and we have a 1 blocking down here, so 1 must fit into that square there. Okay, now this is a Sudoku technique you can learn. There's probably other ways to do it, but anyway, do you see there are 3 squares missing? So we should investigate and see what they are. We've got 1, 2, we don't have 3, 4, 5, no 6, 7, 8, no 9. So the missing numbers are 3, 6, and 9, and we've got 3 empty squares where the 3, 6, and 9 must appear. Now, what you might notice if you look across this top row is you can see 3 and a 6, 2 of the numbers that are missing. So if it's not these 2 numbers, then it's got to be the other number. 3 and 6, 3, 6, and 9 were missing. 3 and 6 block this square, therefore it must be a 9 there. Now we can take that 9, say 9 blocking across, 9 blocking across here. 9 fits there, 9 blocks up here, 9 blocks across here. Take the number that you just filled in, it's often very useful. Okay, now we only have 1 digit to complete this row now that we filled in that 9. The missing digit is a 4, we don't yet have a 4, so we'll put that in the end there. Now this 4, let's look at it, we just filled it in, blocks all the way down here. We still don't have a 4 in this block, so we can put the 4 in there now. We have 1 digit missing for this row, it's a 3, we don't yet have a 3, let's put in the 3, and we have 1 number missing here, and that's a 6. Let's put that in. Now we can count our way down and see what numbers are missing here. We can count our way across here, and we can count the 2 squares here. Very useful and easy ways to finish this game now, I think. Okay. Where do you want to begin? Okay, let's just start in this middle column, shall we? What have we got? We got 1. We don't have a 2. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, but we don't have a 7, so we know that 2 and 7 are in these squares here. But we don't have any intersecting 2s or 7s, so we actually don't know. So we just have to remember, or actually you can just forget it, it doesn't matter for now. But 2 and 7 will appear in these 2 squares here. Let's do the same thing for these 2 squares from this column, or if you know 2 and 7 are here within the block, same thing will apply. Okay, so the missing numbers are, well, 9 is one of them, and the other one is 6. Okay, so in fact we have 6 blocking down here and 9 blocking down here, so 6 and 9 are in these 2 squares here. We have an intersecting 6 and an intersecting 9, so it doesn't matter which way you look at it. If it's the 6, that's a 9. If it's the 9, that's a 6. But you only needed one of those, of course, to be able to finish it. Right, what's missing over here? 1, 2. We don't yet have a 3, do we? We've got 1, 2, see 4, next number. We have an intersecting 3, so we can place our 3 there. And the number we need to finish this is a 5, so let's put that in there now. Up here across, either for this block or across this row, whichever way you look at it. Same meat, different gravy. You will have a 3 and 8. Now 3 blocks up here, so that is our 3, and then 8 will finish this row or this block, whichever way you want to look at it. Now we have 1 number missing from this column. The missing number is I was going to say a 2. It's not though, is it? The missing number is well, I've seen something else in the meantime. When you see something else, just do it. 7 blocks here, 7 blocks here. I've seen a 7 to fit in here like that. Sometimes it's quicker to see that. I see the 6 blocking up here, so 6 is in there. Oh, it's an 8. That was the missing number. Okay, I get there eventually. 8 blocks up here, 8 blocks this square here, so we need an 8 in that square there. We need a 1 to complete this top row now. 1 block's down here, 1 block's across here, so that's our 1. We have just 1 digit to complete this block. It's a 5. Let's put it in. Now 5 blocks down here, 5 across here, so 5 will be there. The missing numbers now are 2 and 7. We have a intersecting 2 here, so 2 goes there. 7 will finish this block. 7 blocks across here, so 7 fits here. And the last number for today's very late Guardian Sudoku easy level puzzle, beginner level puzzle, is a 2. And that's it. Thank you very much, and hopefully see you at the normal time for the Guardian tomorrow morning. Bye bye for now.